This is Groningen in the Netherlands, and I'm here because it's apparently home to the world's biggest pub. I'm going to find it, have a drink there, and find out whether bigger is better. I've only got 3 hours in the city. I'm doing a day trip here to explore this pub, so we haven't got time to waste. I'm going to look around, try and find where it is, and get a drink in. So regular viewers might have seen my recent video where I went to see how many different countries I could drink in one day, and I was supposed to have my friend BambinoBecky with me on that trip, but she got hospitalised and had to cancel, so I had a really bleak day out on my own. But it's all right, 'cause she's coming on this trip. Until yesterday, I got this voice note.
Okay, right, Robbie, hear me out. You're not going to believe what's happened. Right, so I'm back in London. I've spent the whole night looking for my passport. Robbie! Basically what's happened is
She's lost her passport, so it's another bleak day out for me. I don't know much about Groningen. In fact, all I really know that it's in the Netherlands, it's got a big pub. So I looked it up on the internet, and this is what the description is that I found on some tourist website. An ancient city that's young at heart, where you can enjoy the peace of centuries-old courtyards, while lively student spots and bustling market squares are just around the corner. This vibrant city buzzes with energy. Have you already seen the many highlights? Don't worry, there's always something new to discover in Groningen. But we're just looking for the pub. So the big pub's called De Drie Gezuster or something like that. The Three Sisters, it means. It's in a square called Grotmarkt or something, which probably means something market. Just made that up. So I think it's around here somewhere. I'm wondering whether it'd be best to find another pub first so I can compare it to the big pub. So while I'm enjoying this beer, I'm doing a little bit of Groningen research. There's 250,000 people in this, so a decent sized town. It's one of the most northerly places in the Netherlands, but it's got 3 things which it's got the biggest of. It has the biggest introduction week for new students in Europe, the Kai Week, apparently. So thousands of students come here for events and stuff, so big Freshers Week. It's got the largest man-made outdoor climbing wall in Europe, but what we're interested in is the largest pub in Europe, which is the Drie Gezusters, that we're going to find as soon as I finish this beer. Cheers. Ho ho ho, it's me Santa Claus, and I hear you've been a good boy or girl this year, so let's see what I've got in my sack for you. Why, it's a case of free award-winning beers from Beer 52. Yes, if you head over to beer52.com/Knox and pay the mere £4.95 postage fee, my little elves at Beer 52 will send you 8 unique beers free of charge. The Beer 52 Awards case is always their best of the year, with a selection of limited edition, specially brewed beers you can impress your family with at Christmas drinks. Santa is particularly enjoying Zombie Juice from Nordic brewing gods Amundsen. It's light-bodied with a smooth mouthfeel bursting with tropical flavours. You also get a couple of tasty snacks, and you can read all about the breweries you're drinking in the award-winning Ferment magazine. This month there's even an interview with someone called Robbie Knox, who sounds really cool and definitely isn't too old to be a YouTuber. If after all that, for any reason you're unsatisfied, do not worry, because you can pause or cancel your subscription at any time. So head to beer52.com/Knox to claim your free case. That's beer52.com/Knox. Now let's go find that pub. So this thing is Martini Tower, which is Groningen's big landmark apparently. And that means we're in the right place, because I know that's in the same square as the pub, and oh my word, I can see it, and it is big. It goes over a few buildings joined together to make one mega pub. And in the summer, people come out into this square on chairs and that, but I think for winter time, they don't have the outdoor seating bit. But it does look absolutely massive. So in my last video I got quite a lot of abuse for drinking Belgian beers everywhere I went, so I'm making sure I'm on the Heineken here, going properly Dutch, so I don't get loads of you in the comments going, why are you drinking a Belgian beer in Germany? Didn't think about it. Now, an important element of pubs is the snacks on offer. So I'm gonna have a look here at something that I've found through my translation app to be a selection of warm snacks. Let's order some. Can I get the warm hap, Jess, please?
Of course. Would you like the 10 pieces or the 20 pieces?
What do you think? 10?
I think 10 is
10 is good. Okay,
I don't
10.
know how hungry you are, but I think
I'm not that
10
hungry.
Is,
Okay, 10. Bedankt. Use my one Dutch word. Okay, so time to rate Dutch pub food. One of these things. It's like a sausage. I'm gonna give tiny sausage 7 out of 10. Popcorn chicken-y thing? Maybe? Yeah, I think it's chicken. Also 7 out of 10. So what this is, like a really thin, cheesy croquette. It's all good. I'm just gonna give it all 7 out of 10, I think. It's just a spring roll, I think. 5 out of 10 because it's not Dutch. I think this is bitterballen, which is my favourite Dutch pub snack. 9 out of 10. It's like a sort of deep fried ball of mushy goodness. No idea what it is. I do know that I love them. So the pub's not one big room, it's lots of different spaces and they're all a little bit different. Apparently, like in the evenings they have different types of music in different rooms, different vibes to it. So I'm going to get the bill in this bar and go to another part of the pub, have an explore. This is what the toilets are like. I think the urinals are a bit higher than in Britain, but I guess Dutch people are a bit taller, aren't they? So this bit's a bit more loungy. I like the way it's a massive pub, obviously, being the biggest in the world, but there's lots of different space that have their own little vibe. As I walk through, there's an area where people were working on their laptops, and this is a bit more luxuriant, perhaps might be the word. There's nice fabrics and stuff. Can I get a Texel Scum Cup?
Of course.
Is that right? Am I saying it correctly?
Texel Skumkopper.
Texel Scum Cup.
Skumkopper. You
that
say
good?
it really well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't really know a huge amount about the geography of the Netherlands, but the barman was just telling me that this Texel's beer I've ordered is from one of the islands. So I don't know where, I don't know if that's north or to the side or what, but apparently a dark wheat beer. See what it's like. See? Trying local stuff, not just drinking Belgium stuff. Very pleasant indeed. Some of the areas of the pub aren't open till late, like 9 p.m. I'm not staying here tonight, so we're not going to those, the sort of disco-y type bits. But I think somewhere there's a sports bar part of the pub. So after I've had this one, I'm going to go and try and work out where that is. Because it's not obvious where everything is. It's quite labyrinthy, is that a word? Labyrinth-esque. It's a crazy building. I'm not really certain how much of it I've seen. I don't know how much extra pub I'm just not finding because it's so maze-like. So I've just come out, look through the windows, try and find what areas I don't think I've seen. I'm going to go back in, try and find other bits of the pub to drink in. So as bitterballen are the greatest snack food known to man, I've decided to order another 12. Quite reasonably priced. How much was it? €11.25. So you're looking at just under €1 per bitterballer. Maybe that's not that reasonably priced. Maybe that's quite expensive. Quite a lot of the pub is closed at the minute. There's stuff upstairs. There's a sort of nightclubby type bit that's only open at weekends. There's a sports bar that opens at 5, so I might get in there in half an hour or so. And there's other little nooks and crannies around it. So it's quite hard to judge if it is the biggest bar in the world. With a lot of stuff around pubs, it's quite hard to work out what's true and what isn't. Like the oldest pub in the country in the UK is really up for debate. There's quite a lot of discussion about it. It's very hard to prove, and it's quite hard, I think, to prove what's the biggest pub. Like there's bigger spaces you can drink, like Oktoberfest, some of the tents there, but does that count as a pub or not? Hard to tell, but it certainly is massive, and it's got bitterballen. And I've just ordered a Dutch spirit to try. I like to think I'm an enthusiastic traveller. I like to try new things. I've got a Genever, probably not said like that, which is a Dutch spirit. I've not had it before, I don't think. So, just looking up here, it's a juniper flavoured liqueur that originated in the Netherlands and Belgium, also known as Dutch gin, Hollands, Genever, or Picket. It's made with juniper berries, herbs, and spices. It has a distinctive flavour. It's often described as a cross between gin and whiskey. Suspicious of this, but anyway, so it looks like clear. Cheers. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It's the worst bits of both drinks. Like an unpleasant gin. Yeah. Don't drink it. Well, it's the end of my time here at De Drie Gezuster. Is that how you're saying it? Not fully worked that out. If you are going to come here, I'd probably do it for an evening rather than during the day, because there'll be more bits open, and ideally at the weekend when you can fully experience it, because I don't feel I've really seen quite how big it is. But it's certainly a big bar. It's a good bar. There's lots of different spaces in it. A lot of fun. We'll be back with another video soon. Get that deal from Beer 52. Well worth doing. Hopefully Becky will find her passport and she can come on one of these trips.